In this video, I will share with you 7 profound keys to healing after trauma. Hi everyone, my name is Anya Tsai. I'm a trauma recovery expert, author and speaker. And in this video, I will share with you what 10 years of healing has taught me on my path. Let's begin first with the starting point of a healing journey. I experienced sexual abuse in my childhood, and after the trauma, I decided to remain silent for 20 years. And 10 years ago, I decided to break the silence, and there was such a huge before and after freeing my voice. And I've been in an amazing healing journey for 10 years since that day. I couldn't have imagined what this choice would open for me. So let's start with the 7 keys to deep trauma healing. Key number 1, healing does not happen in isolation. We don't heal alone. Human beings are social beings, and I tried to heal, 20 years by my own in the prison of silence. That does not work. I've also witnessed that for so many clients. No one can heal in isolation. 10 years ago, when I decided to free my voice after the 20 years of silence, it was the most difficult thing to do in my life, to speak. It was so hard, but it was also so liberating. It was challenging. I cried a lot, but that freed not only my voice, but my body and my potential. But after that, my life changed forever, at all levels. So that was key number 1. It's not possible to heal alone. Now, key number 2. Victim is not an identity. Yes, after trauma, if you experience sexual abuse or violence, you have been victim. That's a fact, but that's not a permanent state. It's very important to recognize this state of victim has to be acknowledged, witnessed, but no one wants to stay a victim his whole life. That's why I say victim is not an identity. Victim, it's a state, and this state, we don't want to make it permanent. Now, key number 3, the trauma is not my destiny. Whatever happened to me, hardship, violence, sexual abuse, it's not my destiny. I'm not my past. I'm not my trauma. I'm not the shame. What happened to me does not define my future. What happened to me does not define who I am. It's not my destiny. I'm the creator of my life. When I broke the prison of silence, I broke also the prison of shame and guilt. And it was such a huge step for me to free myself from the prison I've created with silence and isolation. No one can heal in a prison. Now, key number 4, the power of choice. It's not because I've been a victim, it's not because that happened to me that I can't choose my future. The power of choice is very important to understand. When I was stuck in the 20 years of silence, I was stuck in shame and guilt. I didn't know that I could have other choices in my life. And that day I chose myself. I chose to free my voice. I chose to speak. That new choice had the power to change the entire path of my life. So the power of choice is huge. It's not because you made choices in your past that you can't make new choices in your present. Do not underestimate the power of new choices. And in my case, healing was a choice. Freeing myself, liberating my voice, it's a choice. Resilience, it's a choice. And even happiness is also a choice. You're able to make new choices in your life. All choices do not determine future choices. You always have the power to make new choices. Now, key number 5. It's to create a new relationship with your past. It took me some time to understand that. Healing will not erase your past because facts, as violence, abuse, it's facts that will stay in the story of your life, and silence does not erase trauma. I've tried 20 years, I tell you. You can try, but that does not work. It's not possible. Silence does not erase anything. One of the most important key is not to try to erase the past because it's not possible, but we can create a new relationship with it. Today, when I look at my past, I'm not feeling anymore stuck in my emotions. I'm not feeling stuck in my past or in my traumas because I created a new relationship with it. We can be at peace with our past even if we have been through the hardest challenges or hardships in our life. We have to learn how to create a safer, more peaceful relationship with our past, with all the parts of us, to be able to heal at a deep level. Healing is also about restoring more inner safety. I believe that's a huge key because it's very rare that people talk about creating a new relationship with our past. In fact, that means also to create a new relationship with ourselves and all the parts of us and the wounded part of ourselves. Now, key number 6. Having no regrets, only understanding and compassion. I'll tell you something. In the 20 years of silence, I really had the time to think about my life, about myself, but even 20 years of remaining silent, I don't have regret for that because it was the best choice for me at that time to survive. So even that I don't regret because when you have the understanding that you cannot change the past, so it's better to let go the emotions of regret because you can't change what happened. When you understand that even silence, it's also protection. And so when you have a deep understanding of even the choices you maybe regret, I'll tell you something. You've done the best choice, what was possible for you at that time, and let's nurture and cultivate compassion for ourselves. I've done my best, so I can be at peace, no regret. I can't change the past, but I can change my present today, I can change my future tomorrow. That starts with acceptance of what I cannot change, acceptance of the past, and I know it's very difficult to accept. It took me a long time also, so no regret and only understanding and compassion for yourself. That's a huge key for healing. Key number 7. Accepting help changes everything. Really, I tried to heal by my own. It was so hard. And when I started to accepting help, for example, it can be the help of professional, of a therapist, a group, friends, family, but we never heal alone. We are social beings, we need social bonds. And so when you accept help of people, your healing journey is going so much faster than walking this path by your own. And I tell you something, asking for help, it's not weakness. It takes so much vulnerability to do that. It takes so much courage and humility to ask for help. It's never weakness. If we can't find the right people to help us in our family or friends, asking for help of a professional, that's really a great choice. I will share with you what happened after that simple choice of sharing my story, freeing my voice 10 years ago. And from there, life unfolded in ways that I could never have imagined or planned. I changed career. I started my studies again. I became a trauma recovery expert. I wrote a book, and now I'm writing the second one. I became a speaker. I spoke in media to share my message of hope and resilience and to share my expertise on the topic of resilience and healing. I raised a non-profit in France, facilitated support groups, circles, and collective spaces for healing. And at some point in this amazing journey, this work outgrew borders because resilience, healing, human dignity, does not belong to one country. It belongs to humanity. And today I'm deeply honored to be here in the US and to be officially recognized for this work. I was granted a O1 visa for extraordinary abilities, a recognition given to individuals whose work has a meaningful impact for society. But I didn't receive it as a personal achievement. I receive it as a responsibility. A responsibility to share, to transmit, to spread, and to have this work to reach beyond borders. If you're on your own healing journey, maybe sometimes you feel between survival and life, you're not alone. Healing is possible for you. Never underestimate the power of new choices in your life. If someone would have taught me 10 years ago what is coming next for me, I wouldn't have believed that. Just walk your path at your own pace. Your story is not finished. In fact, it's just beginning. You're the creator of your life. You can write your own story. The best is yet to come and to create. I have a gift for you. If you would like to receive the 7 keys I've shared in this video by email, you can subscribe to my mailing list. You have a link below and I will share more insights. And please share in comments what's your healing keys. I will be so happy to discover yours. Thank you for being here